Welcome back, another beating bam. This time it's the fairway frenzy. Put those distance drivers away. Get your fairway drivers out. We have some exciting layouts ahead. We are starting out with diamond in the rough, highlighting what you could do with an accurate glide diamond. Then smooth sapphires with an accurate glide sapphire. Sapphire splash with the accurate water skip sapphire. And finally, musket madness, showcasing the accurate sticky musket. Make sure you're sticking around because there is a bonus event as well right after Beating Bam ends. The bonus event will open. This is a brand new bonus event concept, never been done before in Disc Golf Valley. Make sure you're subscribing or keep an eye on the socials so you do not miss this opportunity coming up, opening Sunday night right after Beating Bam closes. The prize for this time around is a fairway driver that I don't think gets enough love. It's the Accurate Glide TD, very similar to a Grace, has a massive distance. It's a great disc you can get in there. Of course, you can win this Glide TD with the I Beat Bam stamp. If you beat me in this event, you can win it through the random draw if you go bogey free and submit your player ID. There's a form in the description of this video, so I can double check you got bogey free. You'll be in the random draw for bogey free as well. And last but not least, if you get CTP on the hole called out in this video, you can win yourself a custom putter with this trophy stamp. So make sure you submit your CTP screenshot if you do get that. Again, link is in the description of this video. One more prize that's available. Thank you so much to my channel members. They work with me every month in designing the videos I put out and some of the concepts for these events. We've got a new stamp designed by those channel members. And every month I'm drawing randomly one winner from the channel members get this stamp on their choice of a putter, mid-range, or fairway driver, custom mold, and attributes. I'm actually going to be drawing a winner for this Beat and Bam event on Sunday evening, so there's still a chance to get in there. There's a join button below this video on Android, or a link in the description if you are on iOS. So here it is. This event is open from now until Sunday the 8th at 9 p.m. The event code is BAM12. Ready up your fairway drivers, and let's get to it. Here we go. Diamond in the rough is our first layout of the fairway frenzy. These are all holes where the right play off the tee, at least in my opinion, is the accurate glide diamond. Yep, here this will work. We take the diamond, aim off to the left a little bit, and give that almost a straight pullback. I give it a little bit of anhyzer because of that right to left wind. And this gets up here fantastically. If you don't have a diamond, a lot of these lines will also work with a sapphire. You just have to give it a lot more anhyzer. It's not exactly the same, but it works out well enough. Next one on diamond in the rough. Oh, I really like this hole. So Nokia 14 is not a very tough hole, and there's certainly some backhand lines that get you there fine. But the diamond down low over here just shapes this hole so nicely. I just love watching that flight. A little bit of foliage. A-okay. And then we're up here. 30 feet, I'm going to go and throw it because I've been missing some putts lately. Next one we have for our diamond. See if we can show it off. All right, maybe hole 3. I should have practiced this more before trying to show you how. It gets about here. And do diamond things. Do diamond things. Nope, that needed to be a little bit more to the right. You can see, though, how I had the right shape. And if that was more to the right, would have been going straight towards that basket. How am I going to get past these? I think I got to try and split them. Let's hope this isn't a dumb decision. Because if I hit these trees, miss the trees, get in the basket. No! If I hit those trees, it was certainly not going to be birdie. And potentially not even the par that I'm ending up with here. Make sure you're doing your best on these layouts. The Beat and Bam playoffs are coming up in just a couple weeks. Anybody who beats me is eligible for them. That's my new accurate sticky musket I just put in. Thanks, Westy, for that one. I'll show the diamond line. It's usually a lot easier. This is a 3-wind pushing, but here and a straight pullback will get it. I'll take a good bit of power off because that wind is going to push me up here quite a bit. And get a little bit long. Yeah. So in the 1 wind, that line works very well. Just as a straight pullback, and it throws it right up next to the basket. Again, not this is a particularly tough line or a tough hole to get in general, but having an even easier way to simplify it is really nice. This hole is fantastic, having the diamond 4. So you take that bottom chevron, and there's a little light part in the wall down here. You go right on top of that and get your sway down on a forehand. This will go right up the gut and head nowhere but safe. This is great. Stop right at the base of this tree. Perfect. Even if they had a little bit more, you can see how it would have worked out to be able to go right up to the base of the stairs. I'll go river here and kind of wing this throw in. I'm going to go like a 220. And that is short. All mine, but a little bit short. We're very much okay here with the birdie. 4 more diamond holes. We'll check out some other cool fairway lines. This is the best. The diamond is basically built for this shot. The way it gets down to the fairway and then goes straight. And if everything goes right, it stops before it goes over that edge. And it does. If you're trying to 3-star and so getting to 137 feet here for this throw in is way better than if you're throwing the forehand with a distance driver. There we go, getting it. And you end up with closer to 200-foot throw in. Way more likely to make that 137. Foxtail Meadows 8. You could certainly go for this, but the diamond shapes this too well, and it stays hanging to the right. This one, the sapphire, fades off quite a bit, so you have to have a lot more anhyzer and play with the angle a lot more, rather than the diamond in there like it does. I'll go water skip sapphire down to this green. There we go. Could have gone a little bit more, so I have a little bit of work left. 77, the 2 headwind is 57, and a little bit downhill, so I gotta go like 47. If I'm guessing this right, I want the sway up. I want that sway left now. There we go. That's where I wanted it, and getting the birdie. Certainly you can go for that eagle. Missing the eagle leads to par, and minimizing your mistakes is the key to winning. Here's the diamond again, because all these are diamond off the tee. And I was recently running a series of a live stream, 0 to Hero, trying to see how quickly I could speed run Disc Golf Valley with only free to play discs, so there's no diamond. And gosh dang, this is a tough tee shot without the diamond. Go water skip drive. And here, miss. It missed the things it needed to. And we're here for another birdie. And you guys might be in trouble if I keep it up like this. I did drop 1 stroke on Maple Hill at 3, but that's going to be a common one, I think, even in the 1 wind. All right, I'm not super confident with the diamond here, so I'll give it a little bit of anhyzer. And it gets over here. No. I didn't like that wind very much. I didn't trust it. I can't see anything. I think I'm in front of all that foliage. And if I am in front of all that foliage, I think this is about 70. It's hard to judge when I can't see very well. Yep, over all of it. And getting the final birdie. So we are 9 down on first diamonds in the rough. We'll head over to our next fairway showcase. Here we go with smooth sapphires. This is highlighting the accurate glide sapphire. One of the fantastic things about the accurate glide sapphire is there's a lot of times you could be thinking you should be throwing a drive or a distance driver, but the glide sapphire does the trick. Just like this. Because it has accurate, I feel more confident going for that gap rather than taking the forehand with a drive or other distance driver. Starting out with the first birdie always feels good to start birdie. Our next one is one we commonly see people throwing a distance driver on. It's so not necessary because the Glide Sapphire has plenty of distance. Ignore this gap here, that's silly. Very tough gap to hit. Just take your Glide Sapphire, put that middle chevron right in front of this tree, meets the rock, and give it just a littlest bit of anhyzer on that pullback. It goes over that tree. Sometimes you get a little rock kiss, like if there's a 1 headwind. And we are absolutely parked. No reason to throw your distance driver here that doesn't have the accurate attribute and go wildly off left to the right. This is a tricky wind on Northern Lights 3. I'm still gonna go, well, I was Sapphire is this one. I didn't put this in my diamond layout. I thought about putting it in the diamond layout. I'll go Sapphire here because that's what I'm showcasing. I think this might be a better for diamond in this wind. In a 1 wind, you give 'em just a little bit of anhyzer. This 3 wind, I'm gonna give it a lot more, and I don't like how much that's out there. I need a good kick forward off this rock. Okay, this can work out. 677. Certainly the risk here is going OB off to the right side. So I'll try and make sure if I miss, I'm not missing to the right. And this is gonna kiss that rock. Oh, and a great rock kiss. Gives me in range to have a look for this birdie. Not an easy one at all. Let's see, 114. The 3 wind has to go 104, 94, 84, and about 20 downhill. We'll throw 60 on this one. Come on, 60, do it. There we go. That's that Disc Golf Valley math, as Hopsenheiser's calling it. You do the calculations, you're gonna have a good time if you make it work. A big tough wind, the potential of pushing really long, so I'm getting a little bit lower than I typically would, and actually take a little bit of power off this. Right over the bridge is good, and as long as we don't get terrible ground play there, we're gonna be in good position. Another one, you don't need a distance driver to clear. I'm not sure there's any other fairway driver that clears that outright. I know there's a skip Sampo play I've seen used, or even a skip Sapphire, skipping short side of the water and then going over. But I'm not sure if any other fairway driver will clear right off the bat. Big tempting wind, and this is going to help push a bit, but actually I don't like this wind because of the way it's pushing right to left. In a 1 wind, you get a straight pullback here with a Glide Sapphire. In this 3 wind, I'm going to try to counteract like this. And I think this is going to work out okay. I think so. Good ground play. Yes. Get good ground play there on Frozen Valley too. You don't need to go huge off this tee. See if I can get lucky getting out here for a look for the eagle. But off that tee shot, your whole goal is just get to the center island. Somebody's going to eagle this. And I just realized I have a CTP to do. This, is this going to be CTP? Other fairway holes. Yeah, this is going to be it. That's a good wind. All right, CTP right here on Frozen Valley 2. So if you're getting aggressive, pull out your distance driver and go for that CTP. If you're just going for beat and bam, then learn from the fairway line and take the safe Sapphire, the safe smooth Sapphire. Get you in for the easy birdie. That is CTP submitted in. It's Frozen Valley 2, but it's hole 5 on this layout. I'll put a link in the description where you can submit that not highlight video, that CTP screenshot of how close you were able to get to that basket. So Glide Sapphire again here, because lots of Glide Sapphires. I use a top chevron kind of on this one stake I'm pointing at. You can kind of see a stake highlighted out there, and a half disc of anhyzer. Kind of the worst case scenario here is you get pinched behind this tree. Even then, most of the time, you'll be able to get around and get the throw in. 77 feet isn't something we're stressing about because we are happy making everything within 100 feet without issue. All right, Champions Landing 4 on the new version. Glide Sapphire gets you close enough here. You certainly can go distance driver and get even closer, but it brings a lot of OB into play. This certainly stopped a lot shorter than I'm used to. I think that left to right wind had a little bit of a headwind component, so it slowed me down some. I need to go, I'm guessing 80 on this one. Come on, yeah. There we go. Love when you can make the save, when the math works out, and you get those fantastic shots in. So again, Nokia 16, you don't have to go distance driver. The Glide Sapphire gets you plenty of distance off this tee, especially with this wind. It's a second shot into the green. That's the hardest. Always go forehand on this second shot. The distance, you go a little bit shorter than your backhand throw-in distance for a disc. I know it doesn't totally make a lot of sense for it. So I'm going to go sticky musket and keep it low out here so I can get just barely over this wall. And then sticky's going to slow it down. Fantastic. Thank you, Westy, for that Northern Breeze musket. And it's going straight into the basket for this birdie. Our last time to throw the Sapphire, Clyde Sapphire in particular, rather than a distance driver. You guys have seen the video, 3 ways to eagle Ikigai Springs. Sit 8, that's what this hole is. Top chevron, this rock, and then down to the water, and give it a straight pullback. This one might be leaking a little bit left, so even if I hit that rock, it's okay. Nope, able to miss that rock, and look at that. Straight down to the green for a putt for the eagle. Doesn't get much better than that. Hope you guys can copy some of these lines and match my -10 or better. Here it is, the Sapphire Splash. This layout, we are showcasing the accurate water skip Sapphire. And look at that, we are back here again because the water skip Sapphire works great for this hole too. Another way to eagle it. That wind is going to push you pretty far out there. So I'm hoping to get down and get a skip up right into this hillside, just like that. Water skip Sapphire is fantastic here as another option, especially with that wind. With that wind, I wouldn't be going Glide Sapphire because the Glide Sapphire would have gone straight off that end into the water if I threw the Glide Sapphire on that line. That's a great win because a lot of people are giving up strokes. Oh, all right. I can't do the water skip Sapphire line. I'll show you, but in this wind, I can't do it because I'll just drop tons of strokes. It's here and 2/3 power. It skips right around using the bottom chevron point right down here in the water, slides up the ice to be pretty close to it. This is where I said no distance drivers needed unless we got a nasty headwind. This is our nasty headwind. We go water skip drive. See if I can't guess this just right. Hopefully it gets a water skip and not something awful. It gets the water skip. Are we going to be in range here to go for something? 171. Take like a soft bid with a harp. Soft bid with a harp. Nope. Too scared of that water. But a birdie here is not a problem. And that water skip Sapphire line is a lot of fun to get you close. But it's been tough since the OB rules changed for that hole. I kind of feel like the better play is just go for it with the distance driver. Oh, is this going to be a headwind again? Do I try to show off what this can do or try to make sure I get the score? I probably wouldn't do this. All right, I'm going to do it. I probably wouldn't do this in multiplayer. In the one wind, you can just go straight here and a straight pullback. I'm going to try to make some adjustments for this 3 wind. And if I can get a big enough skip. Oh, not the big enough skip. Dang it. Yeah, glide water skip drive is the better shot there. I'll move to the Y. Now I can do it. And now it'll get across just fine, of course. So lots of you going to be getting strokes there because I'm trying to showcase this rather than going for that sure thing eagle. Because this is a hole where it has to be an eagle every time. In competitive play, if you're not eagling this, you're always losing strokes. So right there, I just lost 2 strokes to a whole lot of you. Water skip Sapphire, as we're doing here. So take that top chevron in line with the distance marker and slide over to the right on top of that tree. This wind is going to give it a little more power, so I go 2/3 typical. And then about here, I'm going to take off just a little bit and give it a little bit more anhyzer because of that pushing wind. It's going to go right in this tree, and that's fantastic. If you don't hit tree collision, then you're having a lot harder time. But that tree slows it down enough, but not enough to get rid of the skip and still be on the green for what is honestly the easiest hole on Ikigai Enso. 5 is a water skip here. You can go for something big. In this wind, I might typically go distance driver, glide water skip drive. However, in this wind, especially the water skip Sapphire gets a big jump off the middle of this pond and goes right into the water like that. So much better with a tailwind is this throw. And I'm giving y'all some strokes as I'm trying to showcase stuff. You know what? That's the nature of Beat and Bam. To want to teach you things and teach you what to do, what not to do. So there are 2 what not to do. The water skip Sapphire works great on this hole, but not really in that wind. Trying to make it work. You can skip off that water. If you have any sort of tailwind or a left to right wind, that water helps and takes really the danger out of play. All right, here's Water Skip Sapphire where we're not actually splashing it down. The Water Skip Sapphire has a lot of utility, even when you're not skipping it on the water, because of the right distance. It's basically an accurate glide musket. It's a tiny bit shorter than an accurate glide musket, but has the distance you need for shots like this. That one, if I were to go with a 1 wind to give that a straight pullback, I would not be giving that any anhyzer at all. I love this water skip Sapphire. Straight pullback, a little bit of hyzer. And this makes this hole so much easier because it skips onto the green and you don't have any sort of throw in to worry about. It's even putting range if you wanted to putt. I'll just move around the tree and throw it in for the easy peasy birdie. Not that the other line's really hard, like 90 feet away for the throw in isn't that difficult. Here's Water Skip Sapphire for the distance. This is an ace run. Slide left. Thanks Aaron Christensen for this one. Top chevron right on top of the basket. And then a full disc of hyzer. And this is looking like it has a chance. Oh, go in. No, left. But it's the right distance still. Gets down here just fine. And you're on the green. I'm going to actually putt from 28. If I can't putt from 28, I mean, I can't putt from 28. But we'll see. I should be able to do that. See if I can get -9 at least again here. So another water skip Sapphire for the distance. Not necessarily for the water skip. Take that middle chevron right on top of the basket. We're here in a 1 wind. And let's try about here in the 2 wind. Oh, this has a chance to miss far to the right. So it's not an ace, but it is the ace run. We have the distance right, not the line right. We'll end with -9, and there's certainly going to be some 13s on that one for those of you who are getting hole 3 and hole 5 also. Here we go. Final round is Musket Madness. This is going to be showcasing the Accurate Sticky Musket, my brand new one in the bag here. Accurate Sticky Musket from Win and Northern Breeze. All right, the 2 wind lets us go right on top of the basket. And a 1 wind right around here, very low. But a 2 wind to go on top of the basket, I'm actually going to go down a little bit and give that a straight pullback. It's not always going in. You can watch the sway if you want to take a lot of... What is that rock? Hologram rock. If you want to watch the sway, this is one where you want to be going for kind of top right is usually the best way to make that shot. I don't always want to put the time into watching that. Next Accurate Sticky Musket ace run. Smart or run it? Well, I'll first show you in the 1 wind. You have the middle chevron right here and give it a straight pullback for that ace run. In the 3 wind, I'm going to do something very different. Get low and to the left. And that's okay. This is a risky ace run in that wind because the miss has a high likelihood of just storing long. Certain birdies, birdie, birdie, that's all good. Next sticky musket is Highlander's Ridge 2. Move to forehand, slide right. Top chevron on the right side of that Mando. And then a bunch of Anheuser here. Frankly, this hole is pretty dumb because you're playing some mini golf and trying to make it work. But this is a line that'll get you birdie most of the time. Rarely going to ace, but also rarely go in the water. Here's our sticky musket, basically the same as Oak Hill 8. Take that middle chevron. I kind of use that rock on the ground there and give this a straight pullback here. Go in. No. Gotta try and do something cool to make up those strokes I gave up on Sapphire Splash by trying to force those shots. I don't know. I'd not remember exactly if there's any other ace runs in this layout here. This is not an ace run for me. The sticky musket works great. Top chevron down low. And then in the 1 wind, you're about half disc of Anheuser. And this 3 wind, or half disc of Heiser. This 3 wind, you're half disc of Anheuser. Counteracting that right here onto the green. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of good scores come out of you guys because the way is all fairways and these discs are much more accessible with the exception of the diamond. I know I had doing what I can to make that accessible when it's a prize. It was the prize last month for anybody who beat BAM. We'll go sticky musket here. And, oh, fade it out, fade it out. Good fade. You don't want to be too far right, but you also don't want to be too far left. The sapphires, I know, are not there for super accessible by grabbing just by rewards, but they are there in events. So make sure in events, and honestly, the best fairways are coming from events or paywalled. Oh, here's an ace front. Sticky musket. Do I take distance off? I think I'm going to take a little bit off this. And it's basically default aim. Oh, needed to get a little bit more hyzer on that. It's going to stop before it goes OB though. And let's send it straight for that wall. I mean, don't count on not going through that backside, but should be fading off just fine. I think that's usually a half disc of hyzer. All right, this is going over the top. However, you can usually do this sticky musket. I am not going sticky musket in this wind. Just give up free strokes there because it's not going to make it. With the 3 wind, we're going glide sapphire again on this line. There we go. Over the top, little kiss. Fantastic. Stop. Okay, it's going to stop up top. As long as you get over the top, your worst case scenario here is birdie. So it's certainly a line worth learning. And I'd go accurate sticky musket, anything except that 3 wind that's kind of fighting against you. Our final sticky musket line is Foxtail Meadows 7. I'm not going for that at all. Just get way up high here and give the sticky musket a straight pullback, full power out here. Fade off. This is a layup zone, and you're right in line with the basket. So maybe that's a little bit raised. I'm not going to trust that it's raised. Go 60 feet. Get this sway to the right. See if I can end with the birdie. Come on, sway. Get to the right. And ending with the birdie. So drop some strokes out here. Some of y'all going to be beating me, taking me down this month. Winning your... Well, I got to cut this out if I'm wrong. Accurate Glide TD. Fantastic, underlooked fairway driver. Best of luck to all of y'all. And if you beat me, I will see you in the playoffs.